How to compound and adjust the formula of concrete polycarboxylate superplasticizer. When you get our sample, FRPD02 is a polycarboxylate superplasticizer with high water reduction rate. FRPD09 is a polycarboxylate superplasticizer with comprehensive performance. FRPD18 is a slump-retaining type of polycarboxylate superplasticizer that is released through time. This is sodium gluconate. It is a commonly used concrete retarder. This is white sugar. This is a commonly used retarder when the temperature is relatively high in summer. GX3 is a polyether-type concrete iron training agent. SCV is a rosin-modified concrete iron training agent. 1700 is a concrete water-retaining agent. It may be used when concrete bleeds or there are too many gravels in the concrete. FRPD02 is a powder product. The solid content is 98%. Its performance is the same as FRPC02. The only difference is that FRPC02 is a liquid product, while FRPD09 is a 98% powder product. Similarly, FRPC09 is a 50% liquid. FRPC18 and FRPD18 also have the same performance, just different solid content. One is a powder and the other is a liquid. Today we will show how to configure concrete polycarboxylate superplasticizer through experiments. Before starting the experiment, we need to prepare these materials. If mixing by machine, prepare a concrete mixer. If mixing by hand, prepare a stainless steel basin or a sturdy plastic basin. 2 iron trowels, a square shovel. If you need to test the slump, prepare a slump bucket and a tamping rod. If the slump of the test is relatively small, use a slump ruler to measure. If the slump of the test is relatively large, use a steel ruler to measure. Prepare an electronic scale with an accuracy of 0.01 kilogram to weigh sand, gravel and cement. When compounding admixtures, you need to prepare an electronic scale with an accuracy of 0.01 gram. If conditions permit, you can prepare a solid content meter to observe the concentration of the liquid. Prepare materials for concrete. Prepare the sand required for the test and mix it evenly. Prepare the gravel required for the test. Prepare the cement required for the test and mix it evenly. Prepare the mix ratio for testing. Cement, sand, gravel, water, concrete admixture. Let's first try to mix 20 liters mechanically stirred concrete. First determine a 1000 kilograms polycarboxylate superplasticizer formula with a dosage of 1.0 kilograms, 100 kilograms cement. Use FRPD02, 130 kilograms. Amount of sodium gluconate. When the average temperature throughout the day is below 30 degrees centigrade, use 1.6 kilograms for every 1 degree centigrade. When the average temperature throughout the day is above 30 degrees centigrade, use 2.4 kilograms for every 1 degree centigrade. When the average temperature throughout the day is above 35 degrees centigrade, 5 to 20 kilograms of white sugar needs to be added. The dosage of concrete iron training agent is about 1 kilogram. This is a preliminary method to determine the formula. For example, assume the local average daily temperature is 30 degrees centigrade. FRPD02, 130 kilograms. Sodium gluconate, 48 kilograms. Iron training agent, 1 kilogram. Water, 821 kilograms. 1 ton of finished product is 1000 kilograms. We first prepare the sample according to this formula. Determine the amount of FRPD02. Weigh FRPD02, 65 grams. Weigh 24 grams of sodium gluconate. Weigh for 110.5 grams of water. Stir the solid in the beaker until it is completely dissolved. Then add 0.5 grams of SEV air entraining agent. After adding the air entraining agent, bubbles will appear when stirring. Just stir evenly. Prepare a basin for concrete materials. One for sand, one for gravel, and one for cement. Weigh 17.6 kilograms of sand. Weigh 19.8 kilograms of gravel. Weigh 7.4 kilograms of cement. Because there is residual concrete in the concrete mixer, it may absorb admixtures, so we prepared 3 portions of materials needed for concrete. The first one uses concrete with polycarboxylate superplasticizer added to clean the mixer. The second portion is used for our test. The third portion is used to adjust the formula of concrete admixture. When the formula needs to be adjusted, you can use the third one to adjust. Next, let's do experiment together. Weigh 3.1 kilograms of water. Weigh 74 grams of admixture. First, rinse the concrete mixer. Wet the iron plate. Pour sand, gravel and cement into the mixer. Pre-mix for 5 seconds. Then add water and admixture. Mix for 90 to 120 seconds to make the concrete evenly mixed. Stir with a shovel. Since the first batch of concrete is used to clean the mixer, it can be directly poured out. Weigh 74 grams of admixture required for the second batch. Weigh 3.1 kilograms of water. Pour sand, gravel and cement into the mixer. Pre-mix for 5 seconds. Then add water and admixture. Mix for 90 to 120 seconds to mix the concrete evenly. Stir it evenly with a shovel. Then test the slump. If the slump is too small, the amount of FRPD02 can be adjusted to 135 to 140 kilograms or more. If the slump is too large, the dosage of FRPD02 can be adjusted to 120 to 125 kilograms or less. Place to the required slump retention time. Measure the slump and workability again. If the slump cannot reach the retention time you require, please adjust the formula of the admixture. When the slump retention time of this formula cannot meet your needs, the dosage of FRPD18 can be increased. Based on our experience, the estimated dosage of FRPD18 is 30 kilograms. The entire formula also needs to be adjusted at this time, according to the relationship between the initial water reduction rate of FRPD02 and FRPD18. The replacement ratio is about 1 to 2. Adjust the dosage of FRPD02 in the original formula. After calculation, the dosage of FRPD02 is 115 kilograms. The dosage of water is reduced by 15 kilograms and is 806 kilograms. Weigh according to the adjusted formula. FRPD18 is added to the newly adjusted formula. Weigh FRPD02, 57.5 grams. Weigh FRPD18, 15 grams. Weigh 24 grams of sodium gluconate. Weigh 403 grams of water. Stir the solid in the beaker until it is completely dissolved. Then add 0.5 grams of SEV air entraining agent. Stir evenly. Weigh 74 grams of the prepared admixture. Weigh 3.1 kilograms of water. Pour sand, gravel and cement into the mixer. Pre-mix for 5 seconds. Then add water and admixture. Mix for 90 to 120 seconds to make the concrete evenly mixed. Mix evenly with a shovel. Test the initial slump. The initial slump is 205 millimeters. After reaching the target slump retention time, test the slump again. The slump tested again is 205 millimeters. What we just did with is FRPD02. The performance of FRPD02 and 50% FRPC02 is the same if you use a 50% liquid product instead. Then, when adjusting the formula, the amount of liquid product is equivalent to twice the amount of powder product. This is FRPC02. This is FRPD09. This is FRPC09. This is FRPD18. This is FRPC18. When using a 50% liquid product, the dosage of product used is twice that of a solid product. Reduce the amount of water according to the formula. If you want to make concrete with a slump of about 160 millimeters, it is recommended to use more FRPD09 and less FRPD02. The conversion relationship between them is as follows. When we set the maximum water reduction rate of FRPD02 to 100%, the water reduction rate of FRPD09 is 70% of FRPD02's. The water reduction rate of FRPD18 is 50% of FRPD02's. When the amount of FRPD02 is 1 kilogram, the amount of FRPD18 is 2 kilograms. The amount of FRPD09 is 1 divided by 0.7, which is equal to 1 point for 3 kilograms. For example, FRPD02 130 kilograms, FRPD18 30 kilograms, water 840 kilograms, total 1000 kilograms. When FRPD02 changes to FRPD09, FRPD09 usage is 186 kilograms, FRPD18 30 kilograms, water 780 for kilograms, total 1000 kilograms. When cement is different, FRPD09's water reduction rate may also be 80% of FRPD02's. Different cements will have different water reduction effects. If FRPD02 usage is 130 kilograms, the slump of the concrete produced meets the requirements. In this case, if the usage of FRPD02 increases too much, FRPD18 uses 40 kilograms. Concrete may be in this state. The slump of concrete will be too large, and there will be bleeding, slurry leakage, and other phenomena. At this time, it is necessary to reduce the amount of FRPD02 in the concrete admixture. After reducing the amount of FRPD02, if the slump of concrete is lost too quickly, the dosage of FRPD02 can be reduced by 5 to 10 kg and 20 to 40 kilograms of 1700 water retaining agent per 1000 kilograms of polycarboxylate superplasticizer can be used to retain moisture in the concrete and prevent bleeding. This is the adjusted formula.